Greetings from Human Biological Institute. Welcome to another engaging session of our scientific forum Immunize with Pride. At Human Biological Institute, HBI, a division of Indian Immunologicals Limited, we take great pride in driving public health awareness through our unique initiative Immunize with Pride, dedicated to educating people about vaccine preventable diseases and the importance of timely vaccination. This platform offers accurate, expert backed information on immunization across all life stages, that is, from infancy to adulthood, emphasizing that vaccination protects not just individuals but entire communities. Our sessions feature leading health experts who share valuable insights to promote awareness and strengthen community well being. We also bring you the Immunization Conclave, a platform that unites experts to discuss vaccines, preventive health, and the power of accurate information in building a healthier society. Today, we are delighted to have Dr. Alok Bhandari from Delhi, Dr. Utkarsh Bansal from Lucknow, Dr. C. Chakrapani from Hyderabad with us to share their expert perspective on a very interesting topic, that is vaccine myths and facts and immunization perspective. I shall be sharing more about our speakers in a short while. For the moment, please allow me to share a brief about Human Biologicals Institute. Human Biological Institute is a division of Indian Immunologicals Limited, which is a One Health company. IL was established in the year 1982 as a unit and later registered as a company in 1999 with the name of Indian Immunologicals Limited. HBI was established in the year 1998 when the Government of India requested IL to produce a modern tissue culture anti-rabies vaccine to phase out the unsafe nerve tissue vaccine. The first manufacturing facility of HBI was established at Ooty. The facility is one of its kind in India to have rolled out first varicose culture rabies vaccine in the year 2000. Subsequently, HBI launched another vaccines and currently HBI is major player in human vaccine segment. HBI is also a leader in anti-rabies vaccine segment and is present in around 60 countries. It has three state-of-the-art manufacturing facility, which is at Ooty, Gachibowli, and Kargapatla. With the vision of shaping global healthcare by spearheading One Health initiative, with a mission to innovate, produce, and market quality healthcare products and services to improve and extend lives, we believe in providing affordable products with high quality through continuous technological innovations and improvements to meet our customer needs. IL or HB and HPI are known for its corporate social responsibility. IL has adopted two government schools in the vicinity of Karkapatla facility, which is in Hyderabad, Telangana. IL is providing infrastructure and basic facilities, including help in midday meal program. The Gift a Meal program is coordinated with the help of Gift a Meal program. IL is in coordination with NDDB. With this support, over 2,500 school-going children from Telangana and Tamil Nadu are benefited with everyday milk. IL has also donated oxygen generation plant to Teams Gachibowli at the time where they were barely requirement of oxygen cylinder across the nation. To know more about Human Biological Institute and Indian Immunologicals Limited, visit our website www.indimmune.com and follow us in our social media handles and channel, which is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now, Immunize with Pride is an initiative of Human Biological Institute, is a trusted platform that empowers individuals and families to make informed vaccine decisions at every stage of life. Through expert insights and meaningful discussion, it aims to dispel myths, address public concerns, and strengthen immunity of our community. As a part of this endeavor, we are pleased to have Dr. Alok Bhandari, Dr. Utkarsh Bansal, and Dr. C. Chakrapani with us to discuss on vaccine myths and facts and immunization perspective, which aims to clarify common misconceptions about vaccines and highlight evidence-based fact that reinforces the importance of safeguarding public health. It is my privilege to introduce our panelist, uh, Dr. Alok Bhandari. So, welcome, Doctor. Dr. Alok Bhandari is a highly experienced and competent clinician with over 41 years of dedicated service in pediatric care. He completed his MBBS from the University of College of Medical Sciences and GTB Hospital in the year 1982 from New Delhi, followed by a diploma in child health from GB Pant Hospital and Maulana Azad Medical College, New Delhi in 1986. Dr. Alok Bhandari currently serves as the National Joint Secretary of Indian Academy of Pediatrics and has held several key positions including President of IAP West Delhi 2021, Secretary General of National Neonatology Forum 2017-18, President of IMA West Town 2016-17, and State Secretary of Delhi Medical Association from 2015 and 16. Welcome, Dr. Alok Bhandari. It's a privilege to have you with us. We are delighted to welcome Dr. Utkarsh Bansal, a distinguished pediatrician with over 12 years of experience, currently serving as Associate Professor of Pediatrics at the Hind Institute of Medical Sciences. He's a gold medalist in MD Pediatrics. He also holds fellowship in Pediatric Emergency Medicine and PGPN from Boston University. Dr. Bansal is an active member of IAP and BPNI. Welcome, Dr. Bansal. It's my pleasure to have you with us. Now it's an honor to welcome Dr. C. Chakrapani, a distinguished pediatrician with over 20 years of clinical experience, and he's the managing director of Gayatri Children's Nursing Home, Sangareddy, which is near to Hyderabad. He completed his MBBS from KMC Kurnool and DCH from SVMC Tirupati. Dr. Chakrapani currently serves as a General Secretary of Sangareddy Academy of Pediatrics, EB member Medak PATS 2023-24, and Joint Secretary of AHA Telangana. Welcome, Dr. Chakrapani. It's a privilege to have you with us. Thank you, Dr. Alok, Dr. Utkarsh, and Dr. Chakrapani for joining us today as we talk about a very relevant and timely topic, that is catch-up vaccination in adolescents. In today's world, where preventive healthcare is gaining importance and understanding how vaccination plays a role in protecting our teens it's very crucial, and this discussion is exclusively on busting the myths and facts about vaccine and its preventable diseases. So welcome. I would like to welcome all the doctors out here. Welcome, Dr. Utkarsh, Dr. Alok, and Dr.
Yes, now it's
Right.
audible.
Yes. So we'll start the discussion. Doctor, vaccines have been called
Not
one of
audible.
the. Doctor, is audible to you?
Yes, please. Yes.
Yes. So
It's not now. It's audible. Yeah.
yeah, vaccines have been called one of the greatest achievement in modern medicine, saving millions of lives every year. Yet,
Santosh,
yes, sir, you're audible. Dr.
Santosh,
Chakrapani,
I'm unable to hear you.
kindly check your voice, sir. You can re-log in again.
If you are traveling, Dr. Chakrapani, can you hear
No,
me?
sir. No. Yeah. I now I am able to hear you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Am I audible?
If there is an issue in the net, please switch off your video so that because since you are traveling, I think
No, sir. I am not
the
traveling.
network will be an issue.
Okay. Okay.
I am
Now
not
is it
traveling.
audible?
Your words are audible, but Santosh words are not audible.
Oh, then there is some issue from your side, sir. I think you re-log in, it will be okay. You re-log in, doctor.
Hello. Your host wants to change your
You
microphone.
re-log in.
iPhone microphone. Allow. Santosh.
Yes, sir, it's audible. You are audible.
Santosh, you are talking, but I am unable to hear you.
Can you hear
Sir,
me?
you re-log in.
Can you hear me, Dr. Chakrapani?
So let us start the discussion. In the meantime, Dr. Chakrapani will join us. Doctor, vaccines have been called one of the greatest achievements in modern medicine, saving millions of lives every year. Yet some people still question their importance in today's world. My question is to Dr. Alok. Doctor, why is vaccination still one of the important tools in protecting public health today?
Because vaccines are the basic thing. It is a real innovation and real game changer in the field of healthcare. It has definitely protected millions of children and population all around the world. And the discovery of vaccines has definitely gone a long way in saving, protecting our children from the life-threatening diseases.
Yeah, Dr. Chakrapani, you'd like to add something to it? Like why vaccination is still one of the most
Santosh,
important tool
your
in.
voice is not audible. Alok Bhandari sir, your voice is audible, but Santosh voice is not audible.
Is
Okay, so I think there is a technical error with Dr. Chakrapani. So, Dr. Utkarsh, you'd like to add something to it? Why vaccination is still important tool in protecting public health? Because you have many other ways. Is there any other way which is the most cost-effective tool to prevent the disease?
So vaccination undoubtedly is one of the best interventions, public health interventions, which is available. We can add to it maintaining hygiene, proper nutrition, but vaccines is one of the protective methods which is developed, and I would say it is the greatest discovery of medicine.
Okay. Dr. Chakrapani, am I audible now to you?
Yes, now you are
Yes.
audible.
So, Doctor, this question was to you. Why vaccination still is one of the most important tool in protecting life today? Is it the only source of tool, or any other tool is there, or vaccination becomes a very cost-effective tool according to your views?
Always prevention is better than cure, the old one. So we have to go with vaccines to prevent the disease. Nowadays, antimicrobial resistance is rampant. So we have to safeguard uh, safeguard the drugs. So we should not get into the drug resistant infections. Say for example, nowadays typhoid has become multi-drug resistant. So to counter that, the only way is to protect with the vaccines. So that is why we have to go for vaccination.
I think Dr. Chakrapani has given another perspective, which is again antibiotic resistant. Yes, definitely, because if we use more antibiotic, and vaccination becomes a first-hand tool for preventing the disease. So at least we will be protecting our people from antibiotic resistance or overuse of antibiotic. Now, my question will be: while we often hear that vaccines train the immune system, many people are unsure of what that truly means. So, how do vaccines actually work to protect our body from the diseases? This question I would like to ask Dr. Alok on this. Dr. Alok, could you please let us know how vaccine actually works on the immune system?
basically, it is details are into the whole of immunology. Science of immunology depends on this. But in brief, we can say that the vaccine produces an antigen inside the body of a host. So when vaccine is given, it is a live or attenuated form of disease-causing organism. So power to protect from that disease is there in that antigen, but not the disease-causing potential. So once this vaccine is given, the antigen is there, and it produces antibodies against that particular organism that keeps immune memory inside the body of that person, individual. And once we have given the vaccine, there is a potential to have protection against that, uh, protection from that disease the protection forming ability is created in a human body, and those immune cells, the memory for that, and future when there is an exposure to disease causing organism, the memory cells get activated, the immune system gets activated, and there is a protection from that particular disease. The antigen antibody complex takes care of that protection mechanism for that disease. So vaccines are an essential part of our life protections.
So thank you, Dr. Alok, for giving a very clear idea to the audience for this. Because when we inject a vaccine, it's a foreign material goes to the body, and body produces the antibody, recognizing that. Thank you so much on that. Next question we'd like to ask to Dr. Utkarsh. Diseases like polio and diphtheria have become very rare, leading some to think vaccination is no longer necessary. But does it really is it really safe? Like some people believe that because of vaccine is rare now, vaccination isn't needed. How true is it that, doctor?
So I would say that this is a huge myth. And when we are, say, playing a game or we are fighting someone, we should not be compliant at the last step. So when we talk about vaccines, vaccines have brought down these diseases. If we decrease vaccination coverage or if we stop vaccinating, at that point when the diseases are less, they will emerge again. And we have seen this. There have been outbreaks of measles, of diphtheria, which has happened because of the decreased vaccination coverage. So it is very, very important that we need to always complete the vaccination, and it is up to the global health perspective that we decide. The health experts will decide till what time vaccines are necessary to be given. So it should never be like that diseases are rare, so we should not vaccinate. Even for polio, which is not there in our country past almost 10 years, we have to vaccinate so that it does not come back to our country.
So is it the other way around that though the disease is not available now, or is not more virulent, that virus is not more virulent, that doesn't mean that the disease has gone away. So we have to keep our population vaccinated, the new population getting vaccinated, and they should not be exposed to the maybe the disease of the virus or the bacteria in future. So is it like that, Doctor Utkarsh?
Definitely, we have to keep our immunity
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah. Now, my question will be to Dr. Chakrapani. Doctor, how does herd immunity really mean, and what is the importance of everyone, even those who cannot get vaccinated?
See, the concept of herd immunity is defined as a immunity of the community. So, say for example, 100, it is easier way to explain you in this perspective. See, 100 member herd is there. If one child is having one disease and he is communicable to other susceptibles. So, if any barrier is there in between the susceptibles and this communicable child, then the barrier is the immunized child. So the disease cannot cross the barrier. So that's how, if the head nearly 80% or 70% is protected, then the disease spread or communicability of the disease is reduced. So that's how the head should be immunized. We have seen it in the case of COVID also, because in a house, if the one person is immunized and other one is not immunized, and the other person is not immunized, then the communicability is very high. Propagated was there with the COVID. So we can avoid the disease, or we can avoid the communicability by or reduce the communicability by immunizing the head. Head means the community, the number of the members. So that's how we can
So we mean to say that immunization or vaccination is not for mean to say that immunization or vaccination is not for only one, it is not an individual perspective. So whenever we vaccinate ourselves, we should ensure that yes, I'm vaccinating myself, also I'm protecting the community around us. Right. So now, over the decades, vaccines have helped wide out controlled deadly diseases worldwide like smallpox and polio. So, how have vaccines helped India and the world eliminate deadly diseases over time? Dr. Utkarsh, could you please help us understand more on this?
So as I said, that vaccines are one of the greatest discovery of mankind in medicine. So vaccines actually have changed the course of human health. Uh, in the global scenario, we see that smallpox has been eliminated, completely eradicated from the world. And this was the first success from a vaccine. And then we came to polio. Polio has been almost knocked down. It is only there in 2 countries now. And this is a big achievement for the big vaccine drives which have taken all over the world, especially in our country, which is a huge country with different populations, different scenarios. And India has also achieved this feat of eradicating polio, and they are maintaining this status for a very long time. And this is not only polio. There are many diseases which have been major killer in the past, like tetanus, diphtheria, measles. Now, all of these have come down with the vaccination which is there in our country, which is the universal immunization program. And we can all see the success which has been achieved from this universal immunization program. The infant mortality has come down so much. So there are huge public benefits which we have received from these vaccinations.
Great. So we that's a great success. Actually, the whole world has seen. Basically, if you talk about polio and the smallpox, so that's a great success in terms of vaccine. And of course, we have seen that how COVID vaccine has also helped us over during our the period of pandemic. So now the next question, doctor, I would like to understand from you about is like. Um, uh, is it true that vaccine contain harmful chemicals and toxins that can harm children?
No, this is totally a myth. Vaccines are a very, very stringent research product. So they have been in research for almost 10 years when before they come into the market. So anything and everything which is added to a vaccine has been researched and looked for safety. So safety is one of the prime thing which we always look in a vaccine. Efficacy in when takes the second step. So it's the safety, safety, safety. So anything which is added to the vaccine, like if there can be a stabilizer or it can be an adjuvant, which increases the efficacy of the vaccine. The quantity which is used is very small. It is checked that it does not have any toxic effect. So small, safe, and non-toxic quantities. That is the dictum with vaccines. And anything which is there in the vaccines will not be harmful to the child. So rest assured, any vaccine which is approved by the country or by the WHO will be safe for the child to use.
So it is very clear that any kind of vaccine which comes to the maybe for the use in the clinical practice, it comes to rigorous clinical trials and the safety methods. So people should not be worried about the safety of the vaccine at all. Now, because it has gone through the various stringent quality norms, clinical trials, and the regulatory authorities, then the vaccine reaches to the parents or the child. Now, my question to the doctor Alok will be, doctor, a common myth where vaccine can cause the disease, they are not meant to prevent. Is that truth? Where
It is,
actually,
as you yourself said, it is a big myth only. How
yeah.
can a vaccine cause the disease? Yes, vaccine associated, like in the case of polio, we call it VAP, vaccine associated polio. But these are very, very rare instances, one in millions of cases. So we have to weigh the benefit versus uh, side effect or the loss from a potential thing. And definitely that is not the case for us or for anybody not to give the vaccine. Vaccines are the lifesavers. It has been established worldwide. The infant mortality has improved, the newborn mortality has improved, the under 5 mortality has improved. All these parameters have shown over last 5 decades that ever since the vaccination era began, there is a sea change in the healthcare demographic profile of the global level also and at India level also. So there is absolutely no reason not to give any vaccine for any myth, you can call it.
Of course, doctor. Thank you so much for being so clear on that aspect. Now, Dr. Chakrapani, some parents worry that too many vaccines can weaken a child's immune system. What does actual science say? Dr. Chakrapani, am I audible? Uh, Dr. Chakrapani, am I audible? Yeah.
Santosh, I'm unable to hear you. So, is it the
No.
question?
Yeah. I'll.
Some parents worry that too many
Yes.
vaccines can weaken your.
Yeah. Some parents worry that too many vaccines can weaken a child's immune system. Is it true? Like, too many vaccines can weaken the immune system? Is it?
Same question.
Yes. Yes.
गाड़ी में बैठा हुआ था
Yeah.
वीडियो ऑफ कर दे
No. Doctor, would you like to answer this, Dr. Alok?
Yes, sorry, I skipped that.
Yeah.
Too many
vaccines. Does that weaken a child immune system?
No, not at all. There is a definite role. For example, for live vaccines, we have to wait between 4 weeks interval between the two. Either they should be given on the same day or at an interval of 4 weeks. Okay, it is never too many. It is all more the merrier is the concept, and child has to be protected against all the diseases. And there is a definite immunization schedule recommended by the government of India also and our Indian Academy of Pediatrics also. So it is not too many vaccines at all. It is a protection against too many diseases. So one should try to take protection against everything. It is something like insurance also. You take home insurance also, you take fire insurance also, you take flood insurance also, you take all types of possible insurances for your family and your house. Same way, for your body also, you should be taking all types of insurance.
It is like having all the weapons with us
Yes.
at a time, so that we can fight the disease when it comes. So we are loaded with the weapons. So that's I think the bigger myth that it weakens the system. There doesn't have there is no reports or fact doesn't say that vaccines weaken the immune system. Of course, it strengthens the immune system. So thank you, doctor, for here. And the next question will be Dr. Alok. Uh, um, the Dr. Utkarsh, yeah, Dr. Utkarsh, in routine immunization, multiple vaccines are often given during the same visit, raising safety concerns for some patients. Is it safe for a children to receive multiple vaccines on a same day? So,
So
is this
just
again a question
yes.
related to the previous one? Yeah.
Now, so just adding to the previous question, I would say that we only have a handful of vaccines.
Yeah.
There are multiple diseases.
Yeah.
So even if we have more of them, we will be happier. So getting many vaccines is not a concern. Actually, we have less vaccines than the diseases. We are waiting for vaccines for dengue, for malaria, for chikungunya. All these vaccines are in the pipeline. So we actually need more of them. To answer your second question, just think that you are going to a supermarket and you are buying just one thing at a time while you can carry five home. So why will you take five visits? So similarly, our body is very much capable of handling lot of antigens at the same time, and it can be thousands of antigens. So when we are vaccinating, we are only giving, say, about 15 to 20 maximum antigens at one time. So our body can easily handle it. Giving multiple vaccines at one time has many advantages. The schedule becomes easier. The children have less pain because they have less visits. Some
Yes.
can be mixed together, so they decrease the number of shots. It saves time, it saves energy of the parents, it saves the money of the parents. So it is always good to have multiple vaccines at the same go. And combination vaccines is one concept which comes in, which combines 6 or 7 antigens together. So our science is always moving towards easier, less painful vaccination for children. And for that, multiple vaccines in one go is the best strategy to go.
Yeah. So, doctor, is there any vaccine interaction? Like we talk about, like if you give 2 to 3 vaccines at a time, will there be any interaction of the vaccine?
So usually, most of the vaccines can be given together. There are certain exceptions to which doctors know it very well, and
Okay.
then there are specific times at which certain vaccines can be given. So that your doctor will take care whenever they are vaccinating. And I think it's a public forum, so this would be the best
Yes.
advice to give.
Yeah, so it is very clear that since we are awareing the public on that, so they should not be worried about what vaccines or multiple vaccines, and they should strictly go as per the practitioners or the medical advices of the doctors and the schedule what the doctors advise, and ba- based on these interactions only the schedules have been prepared. So they should not be worried about this. Now coming to the question. Now, Dr. Alok, there is a perception that getting a disease naturally builds strong protection than vaccines. But is natural always better? People sometimes believe natural immunity is better than vaccine induced immunity.
See,
So, how
that is
accurate
true.
is this
No, no,
idea?
that is true in cases where we have a natural immunity, and that is maybe in the case of chickenpox. That once a chickenpox occurs, it gives you a lifelong immunity. It is recommended that if you have had chickenpox, you don't need a chickenpox vaccine. But then, in most of the cases, the natural immunity doesn't come on its own. The
Yes.
immunity has to be given through the vaccines only, and it is a quite, as we have already discussed, enough safety trials have been done all across the globe, and they are found to be very safe and effective vaccines, and it is a very, very cheap alternative to disease prevention and fighting the disease. So vaccine is a win-win situation for everybody.
So, do we inherit some maybe protection or immunity from our parents or from ancestors?
No, not necessarily, but yes, basic immunity is there in every individual, but against a
Specific.
particular disease, it is not sure.
So that means we don't have any specific immunity for those diseases. So
Yes,
that we will have to develop if we come
by
across the
taking a
virus and
vaccine,
bacteria.
by taking a vaccine against that
Vaccine.
disease.
So we cannot go and naturally go and expose ourselves to the virus and bacteria in future. So it is better to take a vaccine and get protected in advance than waiting for a disease or virus to come and attack us. So that's very simple way. Thank you so much, Dr. Alok
So,
here. And the next,
Santosh, will you
yeah,
like to get admitted with a disease and spend your so much money
True.
and time in a hospital, or would you like to get a vaccine shot and be prevented?
yes, so that's a very nice perspective you have shared. So nobody would like to just expose to the virus and get hospitalized, and again you spend a lot of money and you're not sure whether you are going to be coming back from the hospital or not. So it is always better to get prevented with the vaccine. So that's the message what we should give to our audience or public out here. Uh, now, Dr. Alok, it's common for children to experience mild fever and soreness after vaccination, which
Yes.
can worry parents. Why some of the children get mild fever or pain after vaccination? Is that a sign of problem or normal immune response?
No, it is a part of property of every vaccine.
Okay.
Sometimes uh, that is, but that is there in product insert of every vaccine, and every patient is advised about that right at the time of vaccination only, that this can have this mild side effect, and the corrective measures are also advised. Like even we can give good old paracetamol in case of mild febrile episode. But
Yes.
those things are very well documented and there. If we have to take some benefit, we have to bear some price for that. So it's in form of mild side effects, it is there. But consider the effect versus side effect. Definitely, side effects are negligible, and to get lifelong protection from a life-threatening disease, one doesn't mind paying a small price in the form of a fever or discomfort for a day.
So, for the benefit of the audience, I'll just ask one question related to that only. If a child is having fever or suffering from any disease, so that period we should avoid vaccination.
Not exactly, definitely, but considering parents' mindset, and if suppose uh, they can wait, it is no harm in waiting for a couple of days till the child is absolutely fit and fine. But on the contrary, if the child is traveling out, or if there is an indication that he may not be able to get the vaccine later on, it can be given same time also with due precautions being advised to the parents.
Okay. Um,
Our academy actually very clearly states that mild illnesses are not a contraindication for vaccination. So again, it is up to the physician's perspective. They will decide whether the child can take the vaccine or not, because sometimes the disease may be coming up, and we don't know if the fever or the disease severity may increase over 2 or 3 days. So sometimes a clinician may decide that we can wait for 2 or 3 days. Otherwise, for minor illnesses, as sir has already said, we can give the vaccines, because topping up with the paracetamol will always be there, and it's that situation.
so, doctor, is there any long-term side effects with any vaccine? Dr. Utkarsh would like to answer this long-term side.
Usually, all vaccines are studied for their short and long-term side effects, and post-marketing data also looks for the long-term side effects. Most vaccines which had any long-term side effects had been withdrawn. So usually those vaccines which are present in our uh, schedules do not have such side effects, and then one in a million side effects, very rare side effects can be there, and it cannot be predicted in anyone. But the benefits of the vaccines always outweigh the risk which can be there. So it is always prudent to say that vaccination is better than thinking on the long term side effects.
Yes. Uh, yes. So definitely, there are the side effects outweighs. I mean, the benefits outweighs the side effects for the vaccine. So, Dr. Alok, that one question will be there for the vaccines cause developmental disorders and conditions like autism. This is a big debate. So, would you like to clear the fact that what it
No,
is?
no, there have been one or two studies which reported this thing, but at the same time, there were a lot of not very peculiar about what is the credibility of those studies and whether they are conforming to the standards and what are the control conditions. And there is a question mark on those studies itself, but at the same time enough data supports that autism or this as developmental disorders are not related to those vaccines which it was attributed in other studies. So it is one study versus another study, and so I will just have to say that we have to study the studies and then wait for another study to come back to a conclusion. But
Yeah.
at the outset, I don't think, as a
Yeah.
logic, otherwise, if there would have been something serious, the governments of the day,
Products.
not only in India, all over the globe, in the advanced Western world also, would not have allowed the vaccines to be given to the masses. So once
Yes.
they are considered, they are part of the national immunization schedules of so many countries. The safety profile has been checked, and it is no such serious side effects have been attributed to that.
So, Doctor,
I
I
would
mean,
like to reiterate this point that,
yes.
as sir is saying, one study linked autism with MMR vaccine, and that
Mm.
was published in a journal, and later on it was found to be a fake study, and it was withdrawn from the journal. And now it is very much clear that the authors had some conflict of interest in that situation. So vaccines are not related with any of the developmental disorders as well as autism. It should be very clear to the parents, and they should not hesitate in taking vaccines even if their child is having autism, because the child of autism can also have infections. So any behavioral issue or other issues, with the consultation of your pediatrician, you should take vaccines for your child.
Yes, thank you for making it very clear. Doctor, now India, if you see in India, India is a powerhouse of vaccine, and during COVID-19 also, we have seen that many companies came together for vaccine manufacturing the vaccine. Now there is a perception among the parents that Indian vaccines are safe or not, and how it is comparable with the global standards. This question will be definitely discussed. We like the viewpoints from Doctor both of you, Doctor.
So I would like to say that we are proud that India is one of the largest producer of vaccines, and it is companies like you and other manufacturers from our country who have made us a strong vaccine player in the global perspective. So Indian vaccines, they have always passed all the WHO pre-qualified regulations. They are produced according to the global standard. They have passed all the stringent international safety and regulatory standards. And I would say that even with all this, we are able to produce the cheapest vaccines. Our vaccine manufacturers are going into research and development of those vaccines which are required for the third world countries. We are looking into those vaccines which is required for the African belt. So we are producing vaccines which are being supplied globally to many countries, and we know the Western world will only put their research into those diseases which are there in their country. So many of the infectious diseases are coming down in their country, but our country and all the countries of the third world do require those vaccines which are for the infectious diseases. So I would say Indian companies are doing great in that perspective. Thank you.
Uh, Dr. Alok, your viewpoint on this, please.
Yes, regarding
Regarding the vaccine, of how India becomes a powerhouse for the global supply, and our Indian manufactured vaccines are of standard quality compared to the global, I mean, available vaccines across the globe.
definitely we are going ahead, as our honorable Prime Minister has also said, and we are going to be Vishwaguru in healthcare very shortly. We are on road to that. That definitely healthcare. There is a reverse uh, uh, situation in our lifetime only. People used to go to Western world for all the advanced treatments and all, and already medical tourism is a major chunk of revenue generation for the corporates in India. Delhi, NCR, and Bombay region, they get lots of NRI patients, and even South India, Chennai and Trivandrum and Kochi, they get lots of patients from all over the world who come here for their medical treatment. It is already a chosen destination as a healthcare destination for the world. India is a Vishwaguru for healthcare in the making, and same way advanced medical treatment is available right at the. India is one country where we can boast that you can get immediate appointment with a specialist any time of the day. While in US you get appointments for 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and all. If somebody has to get MRI done, their appointment list waiting period is into months in abroad, Western world. While
Yes.
here we do it at the same time. So the faster, easier availability to the healthcare, the services which India is offering, nobody in the world is able to match. And same way, vaccines, the volumes which we require, the number of patients we have, the number of population we have, we are successfully catering to them with very good desirable results. And as I told you, over the last few decades, all our health parameters are showing that health of the country is improving. The children are now able to sustain, and life-threatening diseases are not able to take that their toll on so many lives, which they were doing it earlier. polio is a matter of past. Smallpox has been eradicated, and we are on road to eradicate measles as well.
So yes, that's a matter of need for us. That yes, for that again, our concept of immunize with pride, we have brought it in. That when we take vaccine, we should take the pride. That it's not an individual protection which we talks about. It talks about the community, and we should be very much proud of the vaccine which comes out from our own nation, which is indigenously developed. So thank you, doctor, for sharing that. Now the question will be now, doctor, to Utkarsh, and of course, Dr. Alok can chip in later on. Dr. Utkarsh, can you tell me, like this, we have developed a vaccination schedule for a child, and definitely certain vaccine goes to the adolescents for the booster. But does there a really an vaccination exist in India? And if at all the adult vaccination exists, so which kind of vaccines are actually recommended for the adults?
So I would say that in our adult vaccination is still in its infancy, because vaccines have been traditionally being linked to the childhood only, and even so the initial vaccination drive have been only for the first year of life, and later on there are a lot of skips which happen. So we have to inculcate this knowledge that vaccine is for all. It is not only for the child. So it is the protection which is required at different ages, which is there. And those who have not received the vaccine in their young age, because many of the vaccines have come recently. So many vaccines can be given to those people who are now adults, or I would say young adults, and even the elderly may require certain vaccines. So adult vaccination is the concept which is coming up, because now we are achieving almost 80-85% vaccination in the children. So we should always think on the new grounds where we can provide the benefit of vaccines and we can bring down the diseases. So adolescence is one very important phase where the children are exposed to many diseases, because they are going to meet many of their friends. They go to the hostels where many diseases may increase. So for that, Tdap and HPV vaccine are put at the 10 years of age, which is very important to be given. Otherwise, if any vaccine is missed in the past, they can also be given. Especially, I would recommend giving chickenpox vaccine, hepatitis B
Okay.
vaccine if it has not been given, hepatitis A vaccine if the child has not had an episode in the past, and apart from that, I would say even the MMR vaccine, that is also very important. So these vaccines can also be taken by the adults if they have not been immunized in the past, or they have had not the disease in the past. Now, not having the disease in the past requires a clear, documented statement by a practitioner that the disease has happened. So, because many of the people will say, "हमें तो chicken pox हुआ था," but उनको
Yes.
measles हुआ था. So it could be measles in them, and they can get confused with various viral fevers, whether it was chicken pox, whether it was measles, or any other fever with rash. So like that, we should have a clear documented history. Otherwise, we can do a title.
Yeah.
I will just like to add for chickenpox, the big stories are that there was a famous incident when a film star got chickenpox, and the film shooting schedules, you know, it is very difficult for a producer to rope in so many people for a film shooting. So one of the important components, the heroine gets chickenpox. The schedule of the shooting of the entire crew, the entire so many
It's
bookings, the
affected.
studio was booked. The hero is and the other cast, all of them were. So the producer had to give enormous expenses for all those arrangements which had been made for that, and that the film shooting is put off by maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and then getting fresh dates delayed the film launch by maybe 6 months or so. And in that, the amount of revenue he lost must have been the cost of the vaccine versus the revenue lost in terms of the delay in the film for more than 6 months. You can imagine the cost.
So,
Similarly, there have been instances. I'll just give another instance from the modern world only, that there was a wicket keeper who developed chicken pox from the cricket team. So the reserve wicketkeeper was introduced into the team, and he could score a century as a batsman also, and he performed good as a wicketkeeper also. The earlier one lost his job and career only because of chickenpox, because the new replacement did better than what got an opportunity, and that clicked. So the life changed for that earlier wicketkeeper by just getting a simple chicken pox. So these
Yes.
two instances are enough to tell you about the importance of timely vaccination and investing into vaccination. Putting this money for prevention is peanuts as compared to the total cost which the family and the country are going to bear because of this.
So you share a very different perspective, doctor. That you talk something about basically work efficiency get affected, your reputation get affected. So when you grow in a career, I mean, in adult stage, you are a working professional. So your effective work, your productivity get hampers. So and you are also affecting the
I will,
entire.
I will, I will add in that if a child gets a disease, he doesn't go to school for 2 weeks, his entire curriculum gets disturbed.
Yes.
He will be way behind his peers, and the child who was sure to get rank one will not be able to get that rank one because of 2 weeks of active absence and certain usse related other things when he gets behind other peers. So that will make a difference to the career. And then this child who was getting first position, when he gets rank 5, his morale is shattered. He is psychologically affected. He's got psychosocial developmental issues will come in that time, and that can entirely change the families also.
Yeah.
So you cannot have matlab, if we go into indirect loss versus benefit of a vaccination, definitely the vaccination goes hands up, and we have to go ahead with the vaccine. Whatever disease protection is possible, one should try to get it.
So, for the benefit of the parents, people who have actually missed the vaccination during the child age, when a child comes to the 8th, ninth, and 10th standard, definitely the 10th standard is a board exam started. So, that becomes very crucial. And any parent or any child would not like to miss out in these exams, whether it's board or 12th board or entrance exams, which decides the career of a child. So, better be prepared than take that window of 1 year before and get your child maybe the vaccination schedule checked and go for the vaccination which is not been taken, not been there, because these like chicken pox, hepatitis A, and all these kind of diseases can spread or can become an outbreak, and this becomes a misfortune for the child. So one more doctor thing we just wanted to understand: in adulthood we have seen that certain diseases become very severe. If you see chickenpox, if you see hepatitis A. So these kind of diseases, when it comes to the adulthood, if person is not vaccinated, the adult disease become very severe. So do you also see this kind of cases in your clinical practices?
Yes, definitely adult vaccination has got a very important role, and I think people have learned it hard way through the COVID experiences, that it is well documented that all those people who had influenza and pneumonia vaccines earlier, their lungs were protected to quite some extent, and they did not go to ventilators during the COVID period that frequently as compared to the non-vaccinated population. And now it is a routine thing, and that all COPD and chronic asthmatics and all are recommended a flu vaccine shot every year, and also once that severe pneumococcal conjugate vaccine also to be given to them. It has been proved beyond doubt that they are the lifeline for these patients. So
Yes.
definitely adult vaccination has also got a role. Earlier, as Utkarsh has also mentioned, earlier it was not on the schedule or mindset or syllabus of the family that they would have to keep some money or some effort for the adult vaccination. But now all even MNCs, they are giving typhoid vaccination as a routine to their employees in the offices itself. IBM and all multinationals are known for that also. So the
Yes.
food handling industry, the chefs, the hotel industry, the typhoid vaccination is a must for them. So same way, vaccine has to be given.
Yes, thank you, Doctor, for sharing this. Now, as we wrap up the session, and we had a very clear, very nice discussion on the topic, let me tell you just one message which should reach every family today about immunization. So, can you give your one message to the parents or the public, Dr. Utkarsh and Dr. Alok?
So I would say that vaccination is the most powerful tool which we have in our hands right now for prevention of diseases. And as Dr. Alok Bhandari sir has told us that there are a lot of indirect sufferings which can happen because of the disease. So getting the disease can cause sufferings as well as indirect sufferings not only to the individual but to the family also. So whenever a child is ill, there is loss of ease for the parents also. The whole of the family gets disturbed, and it not only causes an economic burden, it causes an emotional, mental burden also. So to prevent all these, the vaccines are very, very good. And when we get vaccinated, we are not only protecting ourselves, we are creating a herd immunity. So Dr. Chakrapani was talking about it. So when we have more and more individuals vaccinated, our immunity as a whole will increase, and we will be able to fight infections, and we will be able to clear down those infections from the community, so we can achieve or elimination, eradication of different infections. So vaccination should be and always be there in our mind as the first public health intervention to prevent diseases.
Great. Dr. Alok, your message for the
I had already given this message. There is no point in repeating that. Yes, vaccines
anything related
are
to
to be.
misconception, sir. Misconception of vaccine. Yeah.
Yes. So there is absolutely, there are people have to be very much clear about it. They can just go and see. A live example is in India itself. Earlier, the grandparent stage, they can see all people with smallpox marks on their faces, and now you have young, beautiful Indians with no smallpox marks. The cosmetic effect, apart from other things, from the deadly disease of smallpox, which was eradicated by the vaccine success story. And next is our generation, middle generation, or now 50 plus generation. They must have seen a child of with poliomyelitis in every class in the school, and which is not the case now, only because of pulse polio immunization and the polio eradication initiative of the country and the global level. So that is, these two examples are enough to motivate people to go ahead for the vaccines. Vaccines are the lifeline and they are the future. Prevention is always better than cure. Let's go into preventive medicine and not wait for the disease to happen and then go for the treatment of the disease. So that is one thing which I will say.
Thank you, Dr. Alok. So to all the audience, we hope today's session was informative and valuable in spreading awareness on vaccination at the age of adolescence. A special thanks to Dr. Alok Bhandari, Dr. Utkarsh Bansal, and Dr. Chakrapani for sharing their time, expertise, and insights with us today. For those who would like to revisit the program, the video will be available on our official social media platforms. Please follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Do like, share, and spread your word to your friends, relative, and as many people as possible, because awareness can save life. Until we meet in our next live talk, stay healthy, stay aware, and please do take good care of yourself. Thank you so much.